Shalom. I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I give double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone. Salutations to our sincere Akim, pushing us right across the four corners of the world. Just a quick news update concerning biblical prophecies. And as you can see in today's news with this Hurricane Ida, and it was considered as a powerful Category 4 storm, and it pummeled through Louisiana and surrounding states. So now it has weakened down into a tropical depression. And you go into the word depression, it goes into to press down. And that's beautiful that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he's pressing down these Americans' pride, their aspirations and goals and dreams of things getting back to so-called normal here in America, known as Babylon the Great, in the midst of a so-called pandemic at that. So he's causing a whole lot of damage. He's disrupting a lot of these people's plans. And that's beautiful to see in these end days. So as of us, as the hopeful elect, according to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, we supposed to measure thou the time diligently in itself. And as it says, when thou seest part of the signs past, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has told us before. So a part of the signs being passed, you're seeing these uproars of the people. You're seeing earthquakes happen amongst diverse places. And you're seeing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai persecuting different parts of America and different parts of the world as well with his powerful tempest, his storms, these hurricanes. And that leads me to the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, and the first verse. Woe be unto thee, Babylon. And Babylon is another code name for America. And you go into the word America, it goes into bitter. So you got to think about with this so-called country, America, when it was established off of bitterness, bloodshed. So the true balance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he's going to end off Babylon or America with bloodshed and bitterness. And that's a perfect balance. So it says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. I'm going to jump down to verse 8 in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. The mighty Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, sending the plagues, meaning that he's sending these afflictions and calamities, these scourges amongst the earth. He's disrupting a lot of these people's plans, their businesses. You have thousands of people within Louisiana and also Mississippi that are without power. So he's sending these afflictions amongst these proudful Americans, and rightfully so. So the mighty Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai sending the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? And that's a rhetorical question because we know no one can resist the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Verse 9, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? And that ultimate fire he's going to bring within these nuclear missiles, and also by his main fire coming with the chariots, those laser beams. Verse 10, he should cast lightnings, and who should not fear? He should thunder, and who should not be afraid? So we're seeing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai dealing with these different hurricanes, these tropical storms. He's casting lightnings amongst these people, where it's causing a lot of these different Americans to move from one city or state to another. And that's beautiful because going back to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, and the first verse, these people are not measuring out the times diligently in itself. So they are not spiritually aware to know these are the signs of our times, going to the end times of America known as Babylon the Great. But us as the hopeful elect, which we have that spiritual eye salve, we see why these things are happening amongst the earth. And we understand it through the prophecies. And concerning this Hurricane Ida, I was watching different videos coming across different comments, and they were stating how that this government, which we know as Esau Edom's government, are utilizing this HARP program, which is his weather modification weapon. And according to the book of Genesis, the 27th chapter, our forefather Isaac blessed Esau with the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven from above, and also the sword. As it says, by thy sword shalt thou live. And this is a perfect example for him to be able to utilize his sword with this HARP program, his weather modification tool. And this weather changing tool is a known fact that he can be able to manipulate the elements and cause earthquakes, snowstorms, floods, and hurricanes. So whether we know that to be true or not, you cannot discredit that left-hand vessel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is Esau Edom. As it says in Romans, the 9th chapter and 22nd verse, how he's the vessel of wrath fitted for destruction. So his left-hand vessel is blessed with that sword. You read into the book of Revelation, the 6th chapter and 4th verse, that was given to him a great sword. And that sword can come into many different fashions and forms. So we just can't automatically discredit it. But at the end of the day, we still know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, he's in control, whether it's on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side. And that leads me to the book of Job, the 12th chapter and the 9th verse. Who know it not in all these that the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua had wrought this. And another word for wrought means work. So at the end of the day, if the elites of Esau, Edom did utilize this HARP program for this Hurricane Ida or this tropical depression, it's still the work of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. He still get the honor, glory, the praises, and the credit, no matter what. And according to the book of Isaiah, the 10th chapter, it states how Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to give his vessel dishonor, which referencing to Esau, Edom, that modern day Assyrian charge, meaning that he's going to be in command by doing the left hand bidding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua in these very last days, especially during the times of Jacob's trouble. So it says, who knoweth not in all these that the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua had wrought this or have worked this. So it's still in the hands of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, which leads me to the book of Proverbs, the 21st chapter and the 1st verse. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So the modern day king is going to Esau, Edom, beginning with these elites of them and all these different puns that's under this so-called Illuminati. It's still the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, meaning that he controlled their minds and they're still going to do the bidding of his desires, his pleasure, his will, fulfilling biblical prophecy. So the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So this is going to be the same power referencing to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that turns America's allies against them, and they're going to head into the battle of Armageddon, World War III. So the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So it's still the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and we cannot discredit the elites of Esau, Edom on that left-hand side, because more so, it's the left hand of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because his spirit is upon Esau, Edom, to do the left-hand bidding on this earth. That leads me to the book of Psalm, the 83rd chapter, and the 15th verse. So persecute them without tempest. And you go into the word persecute, it means to harass. So that's how he's harassing the inhabitants of the earth, especially here in America with Louisiana and surrounding states, that millions of people are without power around here. You have a lot of people have abandoned their homes and went to nearby cities or states just for safety. And these tempests or storms or hurricanes are disrupting a lot of people's livelihoods, their businesses. I talked to someone from New Orleans and they stated that they cannot go back until November. And if that's found to be true, you just never know what the elites of Esau, Edom has planned for that particular city, New Orleans. You just never know with this devil. And according to the book of Psalm, the 64th chapter, it states how they search our iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. According to their inward thought, is deep. So we cannot put nothing past Esau, Edom, or discredit him, especially in this day of time concerning the last days, and knowing that he's on higher desperate measures accomplishing this NWO agenda. So persecute them with our tempest and make them afraid with our storm, going to these hurricanes, this tropical depression, where Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, where he's pressing down on these prideful inhabitants of America. And that's beautiful, in the midst of a so-called pandemic at that. So again, as it says in 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, measure thou the times diligently in itself. So all these things that's coming to pass, that's how we know through the spirit and power that was given to us by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to understand these prophecies. We are definitely at the end of this so-called white man's rulership, his age, his chapter. So when we see these things, we know for sure that our redemption draweth nigh. And that's by Yahushua upsetting this so-called white man's NWO agenda, and he's going to upbring or upstart his righteous new world order on this planet Earth. And Albert Ratazar, you always edify with that. You all keep pushing, stay strong. Shalom.